Hello. So, we're doing this, I guess. Cool. Yeah, let's go. So for those of you who don't know, Nobuhiro Watsuki is the author and illustrator of the popular 90s series that was published by Shonen Jump, Ruroni Kenshin. Ruroni Kenshin was super popular. It even received a 94-episode anime. Now, it didn't complete the entire story of the manga, but it did receive some movies, which were very popular itself, and even a successful run of 3 live-action films, which were highly praised just because of the fact they were actually pretty good, despite the fact that kind of the rap that live action movies get nowadays, just because of the fact that, you know, not a lot of live action movies have been that good. Now, in recent events, the manga has actually received sort of like a continuation sort of with this thing called the Hokkaido arc. Now, I haven't read the series myself, and I have been interested in getting into Ruroni Kenshin, but due to these events, I haven't been so sure myself. Now, I wanted to get into this, and it was really interesting that there's a continuation, there's an anime. I did watch the first episode at some point, but it's been a while, and it did sound like an interesting premise. A samurai who killed a bunch of people in the past and now is looking for redemption in the current timeline of the story. And I think that's really interesting. The premise sounds really cool, and I'm really into it. Now, the whole point of this is, since this continuation with the Hokkaido arc, the author came under fire for having pictures of young girls and being convicted as a pedophile. Now, this is all in Japan, and this was during when the Hokkaido arc was actually being written and illustrated. And back in November, it went on hiatus just because of the fact that this incident happened. And nothing was really told about it. It was indefinite, and we weren't sure really what was going on with this hiatus. And that makes sense. And to be honest, when that happened, it really kind of turned me off from the series. Now, in recent events within the last day or so, it came out that Shonen Jump would continue publishing the Hokkaido arc, and it would be further illustrated and written by Watuski. And I just feel really kind of weird about the fact that he's actually doing this and continually writing, especially since Shonen Jump's allowing him to write it. So here are just some of my thoughts I think about this. It's especially here in America, I find that really weird. Just the fact that he's like pedophilic a little bit. I feel very, very just weird about it because I've been really interested in getting into the series. It seems really interesting, and I've really had an interest in this whole samurai thing and getting into a samurai anime, and that sounds really cool. But this kind of turns me off a little bit and doesn't want me to touch the series again, just because of the fact that this really happened. Like, really, because like when you'll be reading or watching the series, depending what you do, you in the back of your mind, or in the back of my mind especially, I'll be thinking, this guy who illustrated and wrote the story, like, he did these things that are really weird, and I just can't do it. Like, no, it just doesn't make sense. I couldn't enjoy a story that way if that happened or went through, because then I wouldn't be able to really enjoy the story, because throughout the entire time of my enjoyment, I would be thinking, the author did these things that are really, really bad, and like, it's just weird. And it's weird too, because he has a wife, Karou, I could be pronouncing it wrong, I apologize, but Karou Kurosaki, his wife is there too, and like, I don't know if his wife knew about it, or even if his wife did know about it, that'd be really weird. And you know, there hasn't been updating on anything, whether or not him and his wife are still together, because I know his wife helped him out with Ruroni Kenshin and some other series. I'm not 100% sure which series, but she did help him with some stuff he worked on, and that's great, that's cool. But just the fact that all this happened, it makes me feel, you know, like, what kind of position is his wife in now, especially being such a popular mangaka as well. Like, look at the position you put yourself in. Like, now people are looking at you weird, and it's not only people in Japan, but people outside of Japan like myself who are reading the series and looking at the series. And I just find it really weird that Shonen Jump is just continuing the series as well. Like, in these recent events, all this stuff, they put it on an indefinite hiatus, and now they're back at it because he's out. And I would just find that so weird. And part of it, I think, could be the culture aspect, because here in America, I think that's a lot worse. But maybe in Japan, it's not as bad. But still, for me, with the way I've grown up and the way I've been, that's weird. You just don't do that. It doesn't make sense. And it just makes me feel weird. Now, look, I talked to some friends about this, and they said, look, it's his work. It's his work. And his work is separate from his personal life. And so, you know, maybe you enjoy your entertainment there and just kind of ignore it. But for me, I can't. I can't ignore it, because it'll be in the back of my mind thinking, I'm reading something this guy made. Take your favorite movie or series like One Piece or Naruto or something like that. A popular shonen or a popular anime or manga that you really enjoy. And now take that and think of that mangaka being like a pedophile or being someone who's sexually assaulting you. That's a little weird. And I don't enjoy that. I find it really weird how someone can like enjoy the series now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people will enjoy the series. But for me, I just don't see myself getting around to it anytime soon. Maybe if something comes out where he apologizes, maybe, or makes up for his mistakes, maybe I'll think about it, but highly likely not. I don't see myself for a long time getting into the series. I mean, I've been interested, definitely, but I just don't see myself for a while getting into the series, just because the fact that he's done, especially his wife, the position he's put his wife in, and the stuff he's done, going to jail and getting arrested for this stuff, like, and now Shonen Jump's like, yeah, let's get back on it. Like, that, I don't know if that's a good move by Shonen Jump, because now you're having this guy who's done what he's done, and it's very public what he's done, because people know what he's done, and now you're having this guy go and publish the manga. Like, what I'm curious about how the sales are gonna still do. Like, are people still gonna pick this up? Are people still gonna want to read this? So I don't know. I'm really curious about that. Like, how is it gonna work? Are they still gonna continue like producing the manga even if it doesn't do that well? I mean, probably not. But being Ruroni Kenshin, it has, you know, it has some backing to it because of the name and the title. But I just, oh god, I could never do it just because the way it is. Like, I don't feel comfortable reading a series that the author is this way. Like, how could you do that or hire this man again after everything he's done? Look, I get it, you want to continue a story, and I get it. I'd be upset. Like, take One Piece. If it just abruptly ended with something like Oda, like, not being able to finish it and getting in trouble, then I'd be upset. Like, come on, really? Like, okay, like, I get it, like, because a lot of people want to know what the One Piece is and what the end of One Piece is going to be. And, you know, if it indefinitely stopped or something happened with Oda where he got in trouble, then, yeah, I'd want to know the ending. But I don't know, because if he did something really bad, then I have the feeling in the back of my head, like, this guy did something really bad, and I'm supporting his work by reading it or buying products from it. I don't know how I feel. Either way, guys, I feel like I need to get this off my chest because I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this whole Ruroni Kenshin incident? Is this something you'll read? Is it something you think is just weird, just terrible? Because I feel it's just bad. I just don't think you should be reading it. It's bad. And I'm just curious. You guys make sure to like, comment, and click that subscribe button. It'd greatly be appreciated. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this topic. It's a little weird that Shonen Jump just continues to let it be published, and they're gonna let him keep going and stuff. And I don't like it. I don't like the idea. So yeah, peace out, guys.